And we are live.
Scary. Everybody's all gone quiet.
I know, crickets. Let me refresh the page. And there we are. I know, crickets. See, that's true. I got to get rid of that volume. There we go. So we don't echo. Yeah, it's coming up just fine. Nice.
Okay, that's off.
On our page. God, that's crazy how this works.
That's pretty sweet.
It really is. It really is. All right, what do we got here? We're almost there.
Oh, cool. So I can as well.
Yeah, you can mute yourself. You can, and then once we start doing the slides, I'll have everybody off. And okay, I need to do this. Good, having the slides up over here will keep me from looking at where it's playing on YouTube, which would just distract me. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we can here. Let's do this right now.
Hey.
I like that. All right, Alan, it's straight up. Take it away, buddy.
Cool. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to tonight's masterclass. I'd like to chat to you just for a moment about Jeff. And I want to cast your mind back, if your mind will go that far back, to the time before the internet. Jeff, before the internet, was a family therapist based in Tallahassee, Florida. He had a column with a local Tallahassee newspaper, a local weekly column, that eventually was successfully syndicated right across the States. As a result of this, it meant that Jeff didn't need to do any more marketing other than that column that he published weekly. Now, if we fast forward to the internet age, Jeff became known as the internet marketing guy, the internet article guy, I should say, where he was teaching people to do precisely what he'd done to build his practice in Tallahassee by writing columns. Now, Jeff teaches people how to produce content in various different forms, as columns, as text, as video, as blog articles, as podcasts, as whatever you like. And it still has the same aim of attracting clients to you. Jeff's going to share that with you tonight, and I'm delighted to have him on here, and I'm going to hand over to him now. Jeff.
Thank you, Alan. That was a pretty good introduction. I may have to get that transcribed. That guy sounded like he knew what he was doing. Alan, thank you for having us here. I know you to be one of the good guys who are careful with who you bring before your community. So thank you. And I want to introduce my partner, Tim Maudlin, who is former student, now business partner, who came to me at the beginning of the year and said, "Hey, have you seen what they're doing over on Medium?" And I said, "Well, no, tell me about it." He goes, "Well, you can get paid for your content over there, plus all the promotion." I went, "Tell me some more." And he told me some more. And I said, "All right, I want you to share this in our mastermind," which he did. And then he had to go pick up a kid. And everybody was saying, "Tim needs to do a course on this. Tim needs to do a course on this." And then that night when I told him, he said, "Really? You think so?" I said, "Well, let me tell you how serious I am about this. If you don't, I will." Because I could see what the potential. And so that's how we partnered up. And we have dug deep into this and found really incredible uses of it. And one of them is in promoting your books. And we have a great time with authors helping you guys get paid to promote your books instead of having to pay to promote your books, which is why the reason that this is called Get Paid to Promote Your Books to Your Perfect Audience. And now let's make that screen a little bit bigger. And these bearded mugs can go away. And Tim, I introduced you without giving you a chance to say hi, Tim.
Well, I'll say hi, Tim, like you always ask me to. So. I take my cues.
I love it. Welcome to the show. Tim gets it about content and gets it about templates. And we're going to use one of his specialty ones in a demo. So the title is Get Paid to Promote Your Books to Your Perfect Audience. Now, I get it. in the build up to this, and when you hear that, you got to think, oh, there's got to be a catch. That's too good to be true. Here's the catch. There is no catch. Okay. This works, and we're going to show you how. And over and above the money you can make from Medium paying you is all the capital, if you will, that you get from building your audience, building your list, and then selling your books and other resources to the people that join you through everything you put on Medium. So because we've been so blessed, I've been so blessed, we always have a charity sponsor. This is a local Atlanta organization where I live called Be Rich. And it's not about getting rich. It's about realizing that we are and doing it well. So we partner with local organizations and help them do what they're doing well. We're partnering with a lot of things around all the COVID stuff and making sure people eat. Average year, I think last year we raised $7.5 million for all these different causes. And the beautiful thing is 100% of that is given away. So later on, when you guys invest in yourself, you won't be just doing that. A piece of everything goes to this organization. So thank you in advance. Our aim is to show you how to use content that you already have or are already creating to promote your books and make money in a whole lot of ways, some of which you wouldn't have thought about before you discover what we're about to cover. However, before we jump into that, we're going to ask you, have you ever tried to create content to promote your books and put money in your bank account? Now, underneath your screen where you're watching this, you can make comments. You can answer the questions we ask. You can give us smiley faces if you want to do that. And we'll be able to see them here on our dashboard. And so many of you have, and all of us have done that, right? So the next question gets a little deeper. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 7, how would you rate the effectiveness of your own content to boost your visibility and promote your books? And if you're at a 1, 2, or 3, like a lot of people are saying they are, that's usually what we get, isn't it, Tim? A lot of 1s and 2s and 3s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people are still trying to figure this whole thing out. So we're trying to help. We're going to show you how to do that with this system that we're presenting to you today.
Exactly right. So we're glad you're here because we're going to present and provide you, like Tim just said, with a solution to promote your books, to build an audience, a list of buyers, and several ways to profit. Now, temporarily lost my mouse. There we go. And that solution is the savvy use of a multifaceted site with millions of active users called Medium. Now, for the month most recent, it was 106.71 million unique visitors to this site. You want to get in front of that. And something we'll talk about later with publications they have, they're basically magazines. Our favorite, they topped 15,000 daily readers today, right, Tim?
I believe so. They're really up there.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they've grown in 3 months. And so there's a lot of instant audience here. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. This is straight from Medium. Medium is not like any other platform on the internet. Our sole purpose is to help you find compelling ideas, knowledge, and perspectives. Medium taps into the brains of the world's most insightful writers, thinkers, and storytellers, content creators, to bring you the smartest takes on topics that matter. Now, this is what Tim and I say about it. And what makes Medium truly unique for you is that you can be paid to promote and sell your own products and services. The stuff you would be doing anyway, the content you would be putting out there to promote your book or books anyway, you can now get paid for. And that's whether you sell books, coaching packages, e-commerce, print on demand, info products, whether you're doing it to build your list, your podcast subscriber list, your affiliate products, or maybe you're also a speaker, a live caster, webinar producer, blogger. Any of these people do well here. We're going to focus on you guys, authors, today. And just for you, speaking of which, just for you, we've made an acronym out of everything that you're going to get in today's training. And not coincidentally, it's the word Medium. And we have here with us he blushes when I say this, the king of acronyms. This guy thinks in acronyms. When he starts speaking to me in acronyms, I will be a little bit worried. We haven't gotten there yet. He's really, really good with these things. And so we've taken the word medium, and Tim's going to show you everything we're going to talk about today. Take it away, Tim.
Well, my wife thinks something's wrong with me that I think in acronyms. So I don't know what that means, but she hasn't left me. So I'm going to keep going. What we want to look at is with this idea of medium and how it can help you promote your books. And let's just go through each letter. And as you see on the screen, we'll build this out. The first M is for money. So everything we're going to discuss today can produce money for you, paid by your customers, and by medium directly to you. And as Jeff already mentioned, you're going to get paid to do something you're doing anyway. So really, it's a no-brainer. The E is for engagement or engaging. You're engaging with millions. You can build a list of buyers, fans, and subscribers. And those subscribers, fans, and buyers are from all over the world on this platform. The D is for distribution. It's a distribution channel for your content. We like to call this the force multiplier for your content, because not only do you have your content on your own personal profile or personal platform, but you can start to distribute it over through email, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. And then the icing on the cake is you can get in publications like the one we're going to mention today. And that puts you in a subset of concentrated people to engage with your content. I is for intentional. You call out for intentional interaction with your ideal client. You do that through the SEO of Medium, which is by tagging. And we'll show you some of that a little bit later as well. The U is that it's a unique platform. It's the best of blogging, the best of social media, and the best of authority sites. Alun alluded to in the introduction with Jeff, Jeff comes from a unique background with e-zine articles and became known as the article guy. Well, when Jeff saw what Medium was able to do, it was like his dreams finally came true. And it's so easy to use. M is a membership site. You can plug your existing content and get paid. So whether it's a blog post, whether it's a video or a podcast, you can bring all of that content into Medium and build an audience there. So it's really a great place to create your content.
Thank you, Tim. Now, we're going to show you in just a little bit what's possible over on Medium as they pay you as you put content up there. Okay. Now, you're not going to start out that way. You may never get to some of the numbers you're going to see in just a little bit. And what we're going to talk about now, using another acronym, is a concept Tim came up with called capital, because we don't want you to get solely focused on making money from Medium. That's a cool thing. That's nice. I like on the 7th of every month when they put that money in my bank account. However, there is so much more you can earn from what you get from Medium with building an audience and delivering your books and products and services to that audience. So Tim's going to walk you through a piece of content he created on Medium that explains this to you, and you'll also get a feel for how the Medium platform looks. There we go.
Okay, you're looking at my screen and actually looking at a story that I wrote today and published on Medium. It is also in a publication called Illumination, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But the title of this is Writing in Medium. It makes more sense than dollars. And it's the capital of consistent content creation. So let me just walk you through this. And as you can see, the light green here is where people have highlighted portions of this that they've liked. This is we are recording this webinar on StreamYard for you today. As we're recording this, story is not more than 2 hours old. So it's already getting engagement from all over the world. But I begin this by saying, at the end of the month, wouldn't it be nice if the balance in your Stripe account was covering the cost of a car payment or more? And I think we can all agree that that would be sweet if we could get that kind of money. Some people are. But I want to look at it a little bit differently. I believe there are other ways to look at capital that go beyond any monetary value. In fact, they could even be described as priceless. And as Jeff has said, I write in acronyms. And so I built an acronym based upon the word capital. And so we're just going to go through these. For content, as you consistently create content, you're building capital in the form of content assets. They pay you dividends, this content, because you're going to be able to repurpose it. And for those of you who are authors, you can be building your book on this platform. And as you build your book, once you're finished, the dividends are going to pay you over and over as you release that book. The capital of acquaintances. Now, this is the one that I think is especially priceless, because I'm building camaraderie and getting encouragement from other writers and other readers on this platform because I'm there. And it's just a bonus when somebody says, I'm specifically following you to read your stories. And then, as I said, you get that encouragement from these other writers on here. We all want to be seen, and this is a place that we all can be seen on. The P is for platform, the capital of a platform. So you have your own personal platform on Medium, and you can drive traffic to that platform. That's all well and good, but if you really want to ramp it up exponentially, you get on in a publication, and the one we recommend is Illumination. And Jeff and I both are in there, and in just a little over 3 months' time, they've gone from no followers to over 15,000 and still growing. The capital of integration. Medium not only allows you to integrate the content you've created on other sites like your blog, your podcast, even videos on YouTube, but with a couple of clicks, it easily allows you to share your stories across multiple platforms. And we'll show you how easy that is as well. It is the capital of transformation. I believe as you write content, it's going to affect you. And I've had it personally happen to me. It changes me as I write content, but it also transforms and changes the readers. That's writing that makes a real difference. The capital of advantages. Now, we've already mentioned 5 capital advantages that are really cool. There are many more. As you break down each one of the ones I've mentioned so far, as you break those down, there are more advantages than we can even have time to mention today. But there's one more I want to seal the deal with for you. That's longevity. And here's how I like to explain it. When you're consistently creating content, your content has the potential to produce for you long after that day it was published. And I've personally had stories I've written months ago that are being discovered by new readers. And this is one of the things Jeff has taught us about content creation. Your content is always working for you. And so I just ask you, what are you waiting for? Get in here and start doing this. Now I'm going to show you some of the ways that the capital is working for me just in the rest of the story. These are older stories that I've written. And here's the one where we referred to earlier. These stories, I can send people to them and there'll be engagement with them. But I want to show you here as well. These are some of my capital acquaintances. These are people that I've become friends with all over the world. And there's this lady's in Australia. This one's in India. So I share their stories and I'll get engagement from them. And so there's just so many benefits. So you want to think about publishing on this platform, publishing on Medium, more than just making money. You will make money. We can't guarantee how much, but as you can see with the capital, when you think about it in other terms, it's invaluable, the benefits that you can get from this platform.
Absolutely. And then some. Thanks, Tim. So let's move on in the training. We talked about capital. Okay. So as you've seen, there's a whole lot of ways to make money with Medium, we're going to show you 3 of the easiest ways to implement. And the way we're going to do that is we believe that the highest form of training and thus the highest form of learning is through demonstration or demo. We can tell you all about it. It's just a whole lot better to show you. And what we're going to do in a second is show you with a demonstration another acronym that Tim uses. For you guys, it'll be author. You guys can come up with your own acronym, a keyword from your niche. Another way to think about this, even if you don't like to write or market, another way to think about this is think in terms of content from your book and content about your book. You can take snippets of content from your book, post them here on Medium to advertise your book. You'll get paid for those snippets, and you'll send people to your book where you can sell it. Even though your book's great, it doesn't have everything you know about that topic in it, so you can still continue to create other content about that topic, and we'll show you some ways to do this. Now, we're going to show you now, like we talked about earlier, what some people are making on Medium on a regular basis. This is not an income guarantee. We're just showing you, okay? You got to start somewhere, though. And, you know, our goal is, we'll talk about this in a little while, one of the levels to get on Medium, the best level that we don't get a thing from, you get a lot from, is just $5 a month. Well, that's our first goal, okay? Make your money back for that. And then for the course, and then as a regular income, as Tim alluded to a little while ago, okay? So the latest official figures from April, the highest amount earned for a single story on Medium, they call blog posts or articles stories, okay? So the highest amount earned for one story was $12,797.13. Not too shabby. The highest amount earned by a single author for all that author's stories in April of 2020 was $28,622.44. So my mindset is, if it's possible in the world, it's possible for me. If someone else has done it, I can do it. And so this is possible. We're not guaranteeing it, but we're going to do everything we can to get you as high as we can. Now, here's a quote from one of the people that's doing really well on Medium, talking about when you can consistently produce marketable content, you could expect to earn between $500 and $1,500 a month, which is a good goal, while you're getting paid to promote your books and earn more. Now, the demo. So I'm assuming that everybody here can still play with blocks and still play with Legos, because what we're going to show you are the building blocks, the Lego pieces of a good Medium story. All right. And to do that, we're going to go back to the acronym king, Tim, who's going to take the word, it's either author or authors, one or the other, and build that out for you. Now, this has already been completed. We could do this from scratch for you, but we want to respect your time more than that. Who wants to watch someone type? Now, that we will do a little bit of that, but we won't do the whole thing that way. So there'll be some copy and pasting. Just know that this is doable from scratch and doable by you. All right. So, whoops. This is where I take the slides down, right, Tim? Mm-hmm. All right. And we'll go over here to a new story. And so we'll come back up here and show you some of the ways to do a title package. So this is the acronym, authors here. And we're going to walk you through how this was created. And one of the things you can do, one of the beauties about Medium is it's really, you want to think of it as your content canvas, because you can do so many things with your content here to make it attractive to people. One of which, come in here, highlight that first letter, and then you do a drop cap on it. And now it's big. Okay, so it's going to show up nice as authors. So tell us about this accumulative effect, Tim.
Well, one of the benefits of writing on Medium is you're actually building your book on this platform, or you can build your book on this platform. And so as you drip out content, it all adds up. And before you know it, you've written a chapter or even more just by publishing on a consistent basis. Understanding your audience. What I like about this is that by writing on this platform, you understand the kind of stories they want to hear. Your audience will give you feedback, sometimes instantaneously, feedback in the form of claps, highlights, shares, and comments. So you're getting interaction with them and understanding what they want. I like to call Medium, it's not only the content canvas, but it's also my personal laboratory where I can test and try out new things. I can see how one story performed over another. You know, if you're a writer, a book writer, and you're developing characters, you can pay attention to how your audience is responding to your the development here, so you can start to do that. The H is for hone your craft. I believe that when you consistently create content, you can see again how it's resonating with your audience, but it allows you to find your voice, and you become better by doing. Opportunities. There are just many opportunities available, as we've already been talking about, but one of them is sharing your stories in publications. And again, we've talked about the publication Illumination. It covers a wide range of topics, but there are other publications that are topic specific. So if you have a particular topic that you like to write about, chances are that you'll be able to find a publication on that topic. Revenue. We've been talking about this. Writing on Medium is a no-brainer. We've listed all the benefits so far. Why wouldn't you do it? Because at the very least, you're going to get paid to do it for something you're doing anyway, but there's so many other benefits that come with writing on this platform. And then the S is for sales. As you're creating content, testing what your readers like, getting paid to do it, the icing on the cake is you can prepare your readers to purchase your book when it's finished. So you can be letting them know how the book is coming along. Maybe you give away a free chapter. You're building that anticipation, and so the sales are waiting for you.
I love it. Now, one of the myths we dispel every time we do this is the notion that you can't sell from Medium. Yes, you can. You can provide links in your call to action straight to your book, or straight to an opt-in page to send people to your book. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So now what we've got here is a nice little graphic, authors. Okay, so you can pick a word in your niche and build this out and make a really attractive piece of content here that's engaging. Now, the next thing you want to have is a title. And what we call the title here is a title package. Because of all that you can put into it. Now, even though we're both good at titles and headlines, we use some software to run all our titles through, that we've run these titles through to make sure they're good. And when you invest in the course at the end of this, there'll be a way to get a hold of that software too. So we'll put the title up here, which is how to create amazing books quickly and easily. Now, if you're an author, that's going to get your attention. What you can also have here is your subtitle, and Tim called it Authors, an Acronym Story. Now, we're going to fix that in just a minute, because up here you can have a pre-headline, or what Medium calls those kickers, right, Tim?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so
that's a way for you to categorize
a little bit.
Sure. The kickers are a way for you to categorize your story. In other words, when your story is published and people are looking back across the different stories they could read, whatever you put up there can be as a way as an invitation to write what you've written about. So in this case, we put author, writing, and books. And so if somebody wants to learn more about being an author or writing books, the fact that those are up there has indicated them quickly, what this is about. So chances are the people who are wanting that kind of content are going to come to your story and read it.
So Alan, there's your title package. You get a pre-head or a category, the title, and then the subtitle. And one of the really cool things about Medium, and it's so different, Alan, you probably remember back in the Easy Article days, there were no graphics, and I always wanted there to be. And now there are, and you can do them, and it's just super cool the way it works. Tim is especially good at graphics. He comes out of the architectural illustration world, and for example, the level he did that at, he did the illustrations for the Mall of America, which some people have probably heard of. So we've already got one up there previously that we're going to go get and copy and put in here. And the way you do that, here, I'll start over. I'll show you again. I hope. There, good. The Walt Disney Ball of Death went away. Okay. You come here, and this little plus thing is your ticket to all kinds of good stuff. A graphic that could come from Unsplash that is connected to Medium, and then a video, HTML code, and then a little separator there. So I'm going to go to this one, get this from my graphics here, my screenshots. And there's that one. And boom, we've got several choices for the size. That's the smallest. And then this one, a little bit bigger. I like the all the way across the screen one. Tim, if I remember right, you like this one, right?
I like the one that just goes a little bit wider than the column itself.
There you go. Okay, that's that one, right?
No, the one to the right of it.
And more? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. There
just
we go.
A little bit wider.
Okay.
It's all personal preference.
Yeah, and it's attractive. It pulls people in. And now you could jump right into the acronym, but you really want to kind of lead people into it. So we're going to move this down, and we'll repair the damage I did here. I think we will. Yeah, there we go. Whoops. Again, the way I'm making this big is a drop cap. You're messing with me, Tim.
What's good about this editor, you could go Command Z and it'll bring you back to when you were hitting the return.
Was that a hint?
I've done it before. That's why I know. So
there we go. We'll leave it just like that.
I've done it too many times.
All right. But I want to get more. I know how to do this. So we're going to, again, this is from an already done article. So we'll go grab the lead up to this and plop it in here. Well, a little booger. We'll see what comes of this. There we go. And then we come to the acronym. Let's see if I can fix this now. Yay.
There you go.
Finally. And so you see what we've already done. And then we're going to come out of the acronym and lead into a call to action. Okay. So Tim has what's called the daily doable. In other words, getting into action about what you've just created. Be thinking about content from your book and content about your book as we do this here. Okay. So it leads right into there. There's a little break there. And then the really, really cool thing to do is send them to other content, to other articles. Okay. Now my dogs may start barking here in a minute because the Amazon truck just pulled up and is delivering a book. Good timing for an author kind of thing. You know what he's delivering, Tim? Is Andy Andrews' new book. Not Andy Andrews, Bob Goff's new book.
Oh,
about
cool.
Dream stuff, creating your dreams. So what I've done, folks, is I've gone, this is really cool. I've gone and I've captured, I've copied the URL from Medium for the article that Tim wants to send people to. And now I just paste it here, hit return, and look how it shows up. Boom. I just love that. That's nice looking. That's attractive. And then he finishes up with another one after this content. And now I'll go get that link too. See why we call this your canvas? Boom, boom. And then, now one of the things they ask you to do on Illumination, the first publication we get you into after you become a member, is to introduce yourself. Okay, and you get to use that article at the end of your stuff to send people to more of your content. Why would you want to do that? Well, it just makes sense to keep them on your platform. It especially makes sense because Medium pays you based on reader time, the amount of time somebody's reading. And so there's Tim's intro called Hi Neighbor. And then we wrap up here. So boom, there's this article done. Now I won't publish it because it's Tim's and we're on my platform. But what happens when you publish is you're asked to do two things. You're asked to include your keywords, and we'll show you how to search those out in a minute. And then you're also asked, the little box pops up to where you can this is beautiful for repurposing, Alan. You can automatically, before you even finish publishing, or right after you've published, repurpose it to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn as just a matter of course. Now, Tim, you wanted to show the actual finished product? Sure.
Let me go back up here to the top. So this is it finished. Okay, so I just want you to notice this was published the first of the month. And I'm just going to scroll down through here again because you're going to see the interaction that it's gotten already. Okay. That's the highlights here where people have told me things that resonated with them in the content of this story. Okay. It's gotten 354 claps. There's 3 comments, but you just see that people like this story. And it's done real well so far. And then, as we go down through here, Jeff was showing another one of my stories. I like to at times include stories from other writers. It's just good. It just fosters goodwill to recommend somebody else's work. And so I like to do that. And then there's my bio story. And then I usually have a footer down here. And then at the bottom, you can see, we can talk about this. These are the tags for this story. This is so that when people are searching, and we'll show that in a minute, but I've tagged this story authors, writing tips, books and authors. Very similar to what I have up here at the top, author, writing, and books for my kickers. And so that's the finished story. And what's going to happen once it gets out there, you're going to start to see things like this happening where people are telling you what they like, and pay attention to that because it's really cool. And then you'll get people who will share your stuff too. And it's really easy to share on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. It just, again, there's so many benefits to using this platform to create content.
And we're going to show you some more of those benefits in just a bit here. First, we're going to go back to our slides. There we go. And we did the demo. And now we're going to do a little bit of a different invitation than you're probably used to. We're going to continue teaching and showing you stuff through the invitation. So stick around because good stuff is still coming. Okay. But we always want to check in and see if you're excited about finally finding a way to promote your books and get paid by Medium too. Thank you for all those. So we're going to introduce to you the Content Cash Creator. This is the course that shows you how to master Medium, get paid for promoting your books, write your books on Medium, and then promote everything about them that you would normally be doing and get paid to do it. Okay? It's a total system for Medium success. And here's the best thing. It's specifically designed for folks who don't like to write or who are not marketers. Okay? You got any folks like that, Alan, who are not marketers? They don't consider themselves marketers?
Oh, absolutely.
This is perfect for y'all. Now, if you do like to write or market, so much the better, but you don't have to. Okay? Here's everything you're getting. We're going to take you through the modules and then through the bonuses. Module 1 is Mindset, Platform, and Bio, how to look at this the right way and really understand what Medium is, and then how to set up your platform and bio for profit. We're going to show you one of those in just a minute, and you'll see what we mean as to create strategies to build your audience even before they read your content, listen to your podcasts, and watch your videos. Module 2, creating your first story, how to create compelling profit-generating content that leads to generating more leads, more income from Medium, and more sales of your book or books. Module 3, publish and repurpose schedule. It's a counterintuitive kind of publishing schedule and how to turn one piece of content into several more, all designed to generate targeted traffic. That's one of the really cool things about Medium is it's not just, traffic out of anywhere. It's people targeted for you, and we'll show you how to find that in just a moment. Module 4, creating your calls to action, the FIB framework that consistently generates more sales and greater income, and how to have multiple calls to action in one piece of content that naturally and effortlessly bring in more clicks and sales. Module 5 is all about repurposing your Medium content. Little known ways to repurpose your content to grow an audience, and little known ways to repurpose your content to grow your profit. And then module 6, putting it all together. Structuring your Medium activities for short-term and long-term success with your books and other resources, and harnessing the cumulative profit-generating effects of these strategies. Think compound interest, okay? When you put a piece of content on Medium, it becomes what's called an evergreen traffic machine. In that, it's working for you 24 hours a day, all over the world, never gets sick, never asks for a raise or calls in cranky, okay? It's always working for you. And each time you add one, you're adding it to the pile of all the other stuff driving traffic for you. And now the bonuses. Remember way back in the day, Alan, when I created these, the first they were article writing templates, and they were content creation templates. And now they're story templates for Medium. Well, you get those.
I do remember those very well.
Yeah, that was probably how we met.
Probably is. Yep.
And here's 3 of them: the beginner's guide, traps to avoid, and barriers. Okay, you get our personal help. Okay, we've got a private Facebook mastermind group full of the most generous people I know online, and we're there daily answering questions and delivering further training, because Tim and I kind of think of this as like a great big giant onion that we keep peeling back all the layers to and bringing you what we learn. Now, we talked about graphics on your stories and how good Tim is at that. We have a whole bonus module on using graphics to keep your readers engaged longer and creating a dual readership path. And there is a special kind of graphic coming up in another bonus. Getting in publications. This is huge. We will get you in right away into one called Illumination. Okay, they've grown from 0 to 15,000 readers, over 15,000 readers at the time of this recording. The reason I say that and highlight it is it'll be more by tomorrow. They're growing like crazy. So you've got an instant audience right there in a publication. There's videos about Medium makeovers where we take people's stuff and help them make it better with niche keyword research and customizing your account. Here's some good stuff said by members. Phil Brakefield, interesting guy, Alan. This guy was a roadie when he was a kid and has set up concerts for Elvis and all kinds of stuff. He's coming out with a book called The Philly Kid Chronicles, which are all those stories about what he got to experience and see growing up, and stories of, he's got an Elvis story that's super cool. So he's one of our writers. Nancy talks about how quickly she got stuff up on there. Another bonus, creating your Medium profile with a link where you build your audience even before your content is consumed, and how to use that. We'll review your first submission so you get started off right. There's something we call the Medium 1 template, where you do those building blocks to create different content. Now here's some special graphics called, you've heard of these, Alan, memes.
Yep.
We give you as a bonus some special software called the Meme Light Wizard training, where you can create memes to engage your readers, to create great stories. And Tim, tell them about that the how you talk to memes in some of your stories.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm a little strange that way, but I do. Let me I'll just pull one up if you don't mind. Let me just let me share my screen again, and I'll pull one up and show you how this works.
Good idea.
Just a second here.
Caught you completely off guard, didn't I?
Yeah, but I've got it here. We'll just scroll down through here. I've find one that works here. Get to the one, the Star Wars one's pretty good.
What I was thinking.
Okay, here we go. This is, let me pull this up. This is the Jedi solution to writer's block. And what I do using the meme wizard, or you can just start talking in the characters' voices, but does writer's block have you frustrated? And then basically what I do is I just let the meme ask me a question. So this one, help me template master, you're our only hope. And then I just make a little, write a little bit about that, talking about, templates is the solution. Want to defeat writer's block, trust the templates. And I'm just talking to the meme. And it's almost like there's a private conversation going on here between me and the meme. And I know it sounds kind of odd, but it works. I find your lack of faith in templates disturbing. Yes, sir, Mr. D. Even the dark side cannot return Darth Vader from embracing the power of templates.
So the way to think about this, folks, if you want to have fun while you're being paid to promote your books, we're going to show you how.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I told Jeff when I was writing these that I was laughing, writing them. Key to unlock writer's block, templates are. I can't say it better, Master Yoda. And then I finished with R2-D2 and C-3PO. Why didn't anyone ask us, R2? We understand the power of templates. And then I answer that one. It's probably because people are reluctant to listen to artificial intelligence. I'm just having a conversation with the graphics, with the memes.
Fun, man.
Yeah, it is. It's just a lot of fun. And this has gotten 410 claps. I mean, that's one of the ways you see the engagement, whether people like them. But it's a fun way to tell a story and teach a concept. And so I've been using that. And you have access, when you get the course, you'll have access to this this meme generator, and you can start to do the same type of thing.
So if you want to have fun while you get paid to promote your books, this is a good thing to do. Now, this is a huge bonus for writers, because one of our buddies, Daniel Hall, coaches authors, and he's got a package that includes the trading virtual real estate in your book to make money videos, creating profitable 5-minute products, the magic selling power of checklists, templates, and bundles, 4 modules, how to monetize your Amazon author central page, 6 modules, and creating a compelling lead magnet fast, 10 modules. This is worth more. This bonus right here is worth more multiples, the investment that's coming up, kids. And we are going to get there, in case you wondered. Now, Alan, you remember back in the day with teleseminars when I was doing weekly teleseminars. And so one of the things I created around those free events was 7 streams of income that you can get from free events. And I show you how to do that in this extra bonus in case you are so inclined. Okay.
Cool.
Now, the sale price is $497. That is not your investment. Right underneath your screen, ladies and gentlemen, is a big red button that says Get Started Here. Okay? You click that button and you go see what your investment is. Or you could go to this link, contentcashcreator.com/Alun. Okay? There are 2 ways to come on board there. You can do it for one payment, or you can do it and spread it out over 4. Whatever works for you is what we want you to do. Now, this was going to be $497 by now. However, this is our first worldwide shelter-in-place pandemic, just like yours. And we decided to keep it low because what we want to do is help people right now do well right now, even in the middle of all this craziness, so that you can be positioned to do really, really well when all this passes, which it will. Okay? So that's a special deal for those that act now. Okay?
And Jeff, there's one more bonus from me as well.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, sir.
I don't know if you can pull it up on the screen, but if you go to yourbookplan.com, you can just see the front screen of that. And while you do that, I'll just tell people what that is. If you're planning to release a book shortly, or if you're planning to make over a book you've already released, your book plan is really useful. It allows you to understand what in your field are the best sellers and allows you to incorporate things that are associated with those bestsellers, like the title. So, Jeff, you talked about titles and getting the titles of articles right. It's the same for books. If you get your title right, that's really, really important. So I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how to get the title, subtitle, the cover right, and I'll show you where to go to understand which covers are most successful in bestsellers. Colors, the layout, everything, and I tell you how to duplicate that. So your book will then not look out of place with the other bestsellers in your field. So that's a $97 value. That's for free with you. That's a membership site that takes you step by step through that whole process.
Alan, what an awesome bonus. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate that one. Folks, that's dang. You should get this package just for that. All right, we're going to continue to be with you the whole way. We're always learning something new and bringing it to you. Now, here's a guy that writes about making $1,000 an article. We haven't done that yet, but we want to, and we want you to too. Now, here's the best bonus yet. With publications, with Illumination, you get an instant audience. Now, I didn't change this on purpose for dramatic effect. It's not 11,000, it's 15,000 plus strong, okay? And is growing by hundreds a day of people you get to get in front of directly when you get in this publication, which we will help you do, okay? Here's somebody that got in there, Michelle, talking about when she's one of the top stories on that publication. We also like to celebrate you as you do well. There's Tim celebrating Joan and Candy, getting in Illumination. And there's, if you wonder if this is for you and you've got an offline business, Trapper is a locksmith and specializes in home security. Okay. I love this title. If James Bond needed home security, he'd have asked this guy for help. Sherwood, Trapper Sherwood. So if it works for him, it can work for you offline too. So wait a minute. Yeah, I did that right. Okay. So now is the time to ask questions while you're investing. And Tim, there's also some genius strategies we still have to show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Here we go. Let me get them to your page. There we go. There we go. All right.
Well, now we started showing this story early in our presentation today, and I just want to show you what's been happening. I've got 28 notifications waiting for me to see what all's going on, but I'm not going to check them now. But
Love that.
I just want to show you that this is turning green on me because people are highlighting it. My claps have gone up since we started this, and I can't make this up. I can't.
Oh, wait. What that means, folks, if all these people are reading and highlighting here, Tim is making money from his stories on Medium while we're on this webinar. I'm sorry, livenar, showing you about Medium. Okay. So this happens 24/7, whatever you're doing. Other people all over the world are coming in to read these stories, and you're making money from them.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt, Tim, but that just popped in my head. I had to say it.
Well, it's just really cool to see the engagement. Now, I want to show you here. I hadn't really planned on this genius strategy. I kind of alluded to it, but maybe you didn't catch it. Because I've been talking about capital here, and my capital of acquaintances. Henry is one of my capital acquaintances, and I shared his story. Well, he got a notification. Tim has said something about you. So he's going to go, well, what's Tim saying about me today? And he's come over here and he says, I like your stuff. Now, again, this was no prompting on my part, but over here, he's given me a private note here about this. He really appreciates this. So that's one thing you can, just by mentioning other writers, you get this interaction with them. The other thing I want to show you is this. And I talked about the integration you can have with other social platforms. You can kind of help seed this process. And by that, I mean, with the first comment, I like to go in here and say, connect with Tim. And I provide my website, my Facebook group, Medium, Instagram, and Twitter. Right there, people can click and go and engage with me that way. So that's something I conclude each of my stories with, is a way to keep interacting with me. And it works because you get people that will find you based upon little strategies like this. But we can go back to the story again, and you're just going to see what's happened since we've been on here. It's really cool because, and this again will continue to do things for me while I'm not active on this platform. The best part that I like is sometimes I'll publish a story right before I go to bed, and by the time I wake up the next morning, there will be interaction from other sides of the globe, and so that's been a real pleasant surprise to know that you're reaching people all over the world, all times of the day, and you're making money as you're doing it too. So you think about the two different kinds of capital; they're both happening at the same time for you.
And folks, that's true and real, and it can be even faster than that. I came in from a workout early this afternoon or late this morning, and finished up a story, published it, submitted it to Illumination, and went and took a shower to get cleaned up for you guys, and came back, and there were people from all over the world commenting, highlighting stuff, reading it, opting in to my list because of stuff that was there, and I was making money while I was showering. So this is not a bad gig, folks. Mm-hmm. Tim, you want to show them the way we can do research on Medium?
Sure. You want me to do it, or you want?
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
This is another really cool bonus genius tip, folks.
Okay, this is what we're looking at here is the Medium homepage. And from this page, it's formatted, if you will, with my interests, things that I've been looking at. Um, when you first set your account up, this is new from my network. You'll start to indicate the types of topics that you're interested in, or the topics you've been writing about. And so they put together a digest for you. But what we want to show you from this page right now is how you can search for different topics. So Alan, we haven't planned this ahead of time. Let's just, I'm going to search for something. Give me an idea for a topic that someone might want to write about.
Putting the poor boy on the spot.
I don't. Ketogenic dieting.
Oh boy, now I got to spell that. So say it again.
Ketogenic, I believe.
Okay. I thought that's okay. Dieting. Okay.
Yeah. Or diet, ketogenic diet. Yeah.
Okay. See, now in the States, we just say the keto diet. So that's why it had me for a second. So let's try this. Hit return, and we'll see if my internet cooperates here. We are live, so that's why. There we go. Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to notice here is that this category says the stories about the ketogenic diet. And we can start to scroll down through here, and we can see all these stories.
Dang, that looks good.
Yeah. I'm thinking that this is going to be one that keeps repopulating itself.
Yeah.
Since this diet is so
You're never
popular.
going to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah. So anyway, if you are writing about the keto diet, then obviously there's an audience here for you. Now, the second thing you can do with this is, and we'll come back over here to the right side in a second, but you can go to people who have written about this diet.
Oh, cool.
And one of the strategies that we teach is that in order for you to get in front of the right kind of traffic on this platform, you want to start building a following of people who are writing about stuff that you're interested in. So you can start scrolling down through here, and you can find these individuals who are writing about this. And a lot of times they're going to have something in their profile that indicates that they like the healthy living, or this one has a ketogenic diet plan, the low carb leader. You start following these people. And so that's a way to build your audience, and build an audience strategically so that you can start to get in front of these people. A lot of times when you follow somebody on Medium, they'll reciprocate and follow you in return. Now I'm going to click on the next one, is publications, because in publications, you want to see, are there publications or as we like to call them, subsets of Medium that are more concentrated on the topic. And so here we have all the publications that mention the keto diet. Okay. And so again, you can start to follow these publications, and you can ask to submit your stories to these publications. And that gets you in front of a more concentrated group of people. And again, this is repopulating. Well, it looks like we stopped there, but there's probably a couple, 2 or 3 dozen publications here that you could be a part of on this diet. The last thing you want to look at are the tags. Okay. These are the more popular tags for this diet: ketogenic diet meal plan, diet products, diet recipes, and then the diet plan. Okay. Now we could shorten this again, because a lot of people in the States call this the keto diet. But I want to go back to stories and just show you something here. This is pretty cool. Here's why I said you might want to do some additional searches. Okay. Because over here are all the tags that typically go with this ketogenic diet. So there's the one, there's our search term, but there's keto, weight loss, health, keto diet, ketogenic diet, ketosis, I guess is how you say it, food, and ebook. So if you're writing your stories, you can do up to 5 tags. you would tag your stories with some of these keywords. Now, the next thing it shows you are the top writers in this category. Okay. Now, those names popped up when we searched for people, but right off the bat, when you search for the ketogenic diet, you get the stories, you get the tags, you get the people. Okay. We just drilled down a little bit further by clicking on the subcategories under the search, but then you get the top publications as well. So this is a robust term to write about.
Oh, absolutely. And let's show them one more way this helps.
Okay.
Tim, type in content creation, if you would. And one of the things we want to do, folks, with everybody that becomes one of our students is to help them get at or near the top of their niche, right? So go ahead and there we go.
It's thinking.
It's still thinking. Okay.
Yeah, it's thinking.
Well,
because,
StreamYard takes up a lot of resources, so you're okay.
well, we have fiber optics running right through out in front of my house, but we have not been connected yet. So
Oh, that's crazy.
that's just
Okay. Well,
frustrating.
there's a good article. The job of the future is content creation. Now, if you look over on the right, underneath people, the first one is called Convince and Convert. That's the Content Marketing Institute, a worldwide organization. Alan, look at number 2.
Hey,
Do you think that helps a little bit of traffic?
fantastic.
Yeah.
And so that's by being consistent and getting stuff up there. And that's one of the goals we have with folks is to get at or near the top of their niche because it helps.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
All right. So back to our slides, kids. All right. So there are so many places where this link is. The link is on your screen. The link is on your screen in a little pop-up. The link is underneath your screen, which says get started here. I mean, congratulations to everybody that's on board. Let's get going here, kids, because we want to help you. We want to make this work for you. We want to celebrate with you. And now, if you're a coach, maybe a consultant or even part of an agency or have your own agency, this guy we're learning from does this for corporations, for agencies, and gets big bucks between $1,500 and $3,000 per article for creating the right kind of traffic driving articles for people on Medium. You can do that too. And one last thing, we hope we've demonstrated through everything, Medium's fun. So what we want you to do is act now, invest today at contentcashcreator.com/Alun, ALUN. And if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask them. And Alan, how about you? Any questions or observations you want to toss in?
Yeah, I've got one. First of all, I'm blown away with this. I think it's really fabulous. It's got all of the benefits, as far as I can see, of a blog, but it's got so much more. Because it's got that sort of outreach part where you can see other people in your field, see how they're ranked, see what they're doing, connect with them. It's fabulous. But I've got one question. You mentioned about illumination.
Right.
Now, could you say a little bit about the relationship between Medium and illumination, if any?
There you go, Tim.
Okay. Illumination is a publication, and as we indicated with our search for the ketogenic diet, that there are a number of publications that deal specifically with that. Well, Illumination is another publication on Medium, and the best way I like to think about publications is it's a subset. It's a concentrated group of people on usually a specific topic. Sometimes, though, like Illumination, any topic is fair game. You can see here on their homepage: business, personal development, poetry, fiction, philosophy, science, technology. Okay, it runs the gamut. You can write about almost anything here and fall under these categories. But the relationship we have with them is that Jeff and I are both writers for this, and they are actively asking for more writers. You go underneath this section here for inquiries. You have to fill out a simple questionnaire, and you can get approved. The coolest thing, and Jeff indicated already that they've surpassed 15,000 writers or followers so far, and it's growing every day. What happens when you become a writer on this publication is that your content, your stories are in front of all these individuals. And I'm just going to scroll down through here and see. Some of these are from the editor, Dr. Yildiz, that he talks about the publication. But there's a spotlight. Now, what's really cool, guys, is some of our students are featured here. Michelle's one of our students. Featured interviews, featured stories. This just happened today. Featured stories. This is mine, a featured story. And remember, I told you that your content, you might have written it weeks or months ago. I wrote this back in February, but I had never submitted it to Illumination. I submitted it last night. Now it's a featured story. And then feedback. This is a story I wrote about Illumination because I had a personal challenge where I wrote 50 days in a row, 50 days of publishing. And so this story is doing really well. I think I saw you here, Jeff, earlier. I think we're both down in here again. But regardless of whether you're featured or not, your stories end up in the scroll here, and people have an opportunity to see you. And that's a lot more. Let me show you what I'm talking about, the difference here. Let's go back to my my profile. It's nice to have your own profile because that's where everything stays for you, but then you can send it out to these other publications. But this is just you, okay? Now, you can drive people to your profile, but what doesn't look better if you're where people already are, and they find you this way too. And so you can see it just goes on and on and on. Okay, here's my story. I submitted this one today. It's here. I know Jeff submitted stories, at least one story today for sure. You just keep scrolling down through here. You can see how robust again is the this is. It just keeps going on and on. There's Jeff. Amazing and powerful evergreen traffic machines. I mean, if there's ever a term for evergreen, it's medium, because
That's
of
for sure.
the benefits that it brings to you. But we recommend you get in this publication. I've made so many cool friends all over the world, and it's just a great way to great exposure for your content. And so all of those capital advantages that I'd mentioned earlier happen a lot of reasons because I'm on a publication like this. But this is one of the ones that we recommend. If you have a specific niche publication you want to get into, that'd be great too. But that's one of the strategies you want to implement as you get on this platform.
Well done. And Alan and everybody, there's many other publications, both general and specific. This is just the one that we have the closest relationship with because it gets you the most bang for your buck, and it's the best one to get on as a starter. So,
Okay.
So folks, join us at contentcashcreator.com/Alun, ALUN. You get all those cool bonuses plus the one Alan added. And we're into wrap-up territory here. So, Alan, thank you so much for letting us be part of your community and bring this. We can't wait to see what you and your students do with this.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. That was really eye-opening. Thank you.
Tim, any final words?
Well,
not last words, but final words.
As I had in my acronym story, I mean, why are you waiting on this? I mean, there's so many benefits. Get in there now and start using this. If you're doing it, if you're writing, you need to be on this platform. It's plain and simple.
Yep. So again, Alan, thanks for having us. Folks, go get this stuff at contentcashcreator.com/Alun. And as always, go use this stuff, and we'll catch you next time. That's the official end. For those of you that are wondering, the replay will be available right away. As soon as YouTube renders this, in a few minutes, it'll be available right away on this page for you. So you get to watch it again, and we'll see you on the inside.
Cheers.